Everything fine, fine, fine.
Great.
Hosted
Hey,
by
listen, I have to
Mike,
tell you,
the
I remember
Big
being a big tape trader
Cheese.
back in the 80s, and when Legion of Doom came out, that was one of the last demo tapes I had gotten, and I became a fan of the band, and I've been with you guys, for almost 30 years now, over 30 years.
Oh, fucking great, man. That's
And,
great.
I have to tell you, you guys never disappoint. You know exactly what your fans want, and you give it to them album after album. You don't experiment. You don't try to stray into different sounds or styles. There's concepts and there's non-concepts, but it's Wizard through and through.
Yeah, we try to do it because we love it too, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, so many bands, after like they've been around for like 10 years, 15 years, they start going in different directions. They want to try different sounds. And the fans kind of don't like that because they became a fan of that band, for what they originally heard, and that's what they want to keep hearing. So you guys have delivered that album after album, and what's impressive is that up until this recent record, you've put out an album almost every 2 years, like clockwork.
Yes, but right now, the last album is, I think, now 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So we also grow, going older, and it's difficult for us to make it every 2 years. But yeah, we try. We try to do it.
Does it get harder and harder as you get older? Not just because we age, but coming up with new ideas, coming up with new stories to tell. Because you do have a lot of concept records throughout your catalog.
No, I don't think it's the problem of ideas. It's a problem of family, and yeah, working, and yeah, the time is the problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had some time on your hands this year because not only do you have a Wizard record out, but you have Power of the Chosen One also, two records.
Yes. So yeah, hopefully I will be rich, and then I have time enough.
If you get rich, there's a lot of other bands that are going to be calling you, want to know how you did it.
Yeah, with Jack Daniels. You have to
Absolutely.
drink. You have to
Yeah.
drink enough Jack Daniels, and after that you will be rich.
Then I'm loaded. But listen, going back to sort of the beginning of the band, I mean, you came out in the late 80s. Heavy metal was still big, it was still popular. By the time the first record, Son of Darkness, comes out around 95, at least here in the US and a lot of other countries, the whole scene started to change. Metal wasn't popular anymore, grunge was taking over. But you guys kept plowing through. Was it difficult back then to keep putting out records when a lot of the rest of the world wasn't into metal anymore?
I think there was. We lived in our own room, There was
Yeah.
a heavy metal room, and we don't really know what's going on outside. And yeah, and we don't care also about that shit, We wanted to play heavy metal, and that's it. We
Yeah.
don't care about any things out there going on, Now pop is really popular, so we have to play pop. That's not our way of life.
That's good to know because that's what kept the band going. And also, when other bands couldn't play no more, they just gave up. You guys kept putting out records. So maybe was it an advantage that when other metal bands didn't make records anymore, you guys were one of the few that were left doing it. So did that kind of consolidate like your audience?
I don't know. It could be, But yeah, as I told you, we make this because we love this what we do, and I think yeah. And even if no one will buy our records, we have the record in our own home, and we are lucky of that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, for most of the band's career, you were a four-piece outfit. I think it was after Magic Circle that you added a second guitar player. What made you change your mind in adding a second guitarist at the time?
I think a second guitar is cool if you play live. You have more power on stage. That's not bad. More power is very good for
Yes.
heavy metal. And yeah, we thought about to go on with 4 guys in the band after Dano left the band. But yeah, then came Tommy and asked us, can I play with you? You need a guitar player. We say, come on, Tommy. It's also an old friend of us. So we make some practices together. And yeah, so it's a nice guy. And we say, come on, we make it together. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that.
Did you attempt to be a five-piece band from the very beginning, or was it just not in the cards back then?
don't know. I think it was good as it is, you know. We were with 4 people. We also were 4 brothers, and yeah, it's like
Right.
that. So I think the second guitar player comes in because Marcy, our first guitar player, goes out for 2 years because of illness, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was it was destiny, a fate.
Yeah. It's funny because you did manage to keep the core lineup of the band together for a very long time, and you still have, almost all the original members. That's something that doesn't happen too often. Most bands
Yeah.
can't keep together with just one guy in the band because he don't get along with himself. But you guys managed to do that, and that, I think, is one of the reasons why you've been so consistent, is that it's that core group of members that keeps writing albums out, year after year.
Yeah, the thing is that that our band exists about friendship, you know, and I think friendship is the number one of the band, and after that there comes the music, and yeah, that's the reason why we are together then 30 years now, and yeah, Marcy and Snoppy, our drummer, and me, we are 30 years together. It's great.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, like in the middle of your career, you started writing more of these concept records, when it came to like Odin and Thor and Gucci and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is it difficult writing albums that are based around one theme, but yet you have to make every song kind of different than the other to make it stand out on its own and not be just one big story? Because they are stories.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but yeah, our bass player Volker is not right now in the band anymore. But he was the man for these stories. He wrote a lot of books, you know, and he was a very big fan of fantasy things. And he was the man who made all the stories and the concepts. And so for him, it was not difficult.
Yeah. Were you a fan of all these stories and concepts, or did you prefer to just, sing and write songs that were like just one-off songs?
I like both. For me, it's okay, you know. For me, it's important to sing heavy metal. Which kind of lyrics, I don't know. It's not so important.
Yeah, a lot of people say that they're not really concerned about the lyrics. It's the music and the power behind it that they want to get the message out to and convey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see, on the new record, I think we have a lot of messages in our lyrics. That's right. And yeah, but yeah, for me, it's not a big difference between a concept album and a normal album, you know. So if you have a story good, you can make a concept album. If not, you have to think about different lyrics. It's like that.
True. What I love on the new record is that you covered one of your other band songs.
What?
that you covered a song by Fina on your new record.
Okay, I cover a song.
Well.
Sorry. Hello.
Can you hear me, Sven? We got disconnected.
Yeah, no, yes.
Okay. I said Werewolf on the new record, Metal in My Head. A Fina song.
It's a Fina song? No.
No.
No. It's not really a Fina song. You know, this song is a song for a great brother of me who passed away 2020. And I asked Gus, the bass player of Fina, if he is able to send me some parts for piano, you know, because I want to make a ballad for my friend. And he says, yeah, come on, I will send you something. And he made some parts, some chords. And yes, we made this song together and bring it to the end, you know. It was not only a Fina song. So he made the part of the piano and I make the rest of the song, you know.
Yeah. How did you hook up with this band? I mean, I think the bulk of them are from Argentina. And David Scheikel also plays guitar from used to be a Manowar. But how did you manage to connect with these guys?
Yeah, we right now we are connected over the internet, you know. But Gustavo is a very, very long time fan of Wizard. And there was one day he asked me, Sven, is it possible for you to sing an album from Fina? And yeah, I have had nothing to do. And I say, yeah, come on, guys, I will do it. we have a long time contact, So yeah, I made 2016, I think. We made the first album, We Are Heavy Metal, together. Then I go to Argentina. We made a tour together. Was very great. Then I come back, and 2018 we make a tour together, and also Mr. David Schenkel was there, and we played some Manowar songs. Also, we covered some Manowar songs, some Fino songs. Yeah, and it was a very, very cool tour together. So we decided to make a new album all together. Yes.
That album is solid too. I mean, going back to in the beginning when you first started out, everything was done where the band was together in a room writing and recording songs. Most bands recorded on tape back then. Then digital came in. Now today you have everything being done with computers and file sharing. Is that a way to go for your band, or do you still like to get together and do everything in person?
No, we make it with file sharing and computer. That's right. I have a nice cellar here. A heavy metal room in my house where I can feel cool and have enough Jack Daniels. So I sit here and work with some vocal lines and all that shit, then send it to our guitar player. He sent me back some stuff, So slowly there grows up a song.
Do you find it easier that way, working like that? Because some people can't adjust to changing technology. They're used to doing it one way, and they have a hard time adapting to the new stuff coming in. But it has to be an easier way of making a record for a band, and a much more affordable and cheaper way of doing it also.
I think it's not only an easier way, it's also a matter of time, So when I look back 30 years ago, we practiced 3 times a week. And we had enough time to make songs in the practice room, But now we practice 1 time a week, and we have to practice the live set, We have no time to make songs there. So we use the time at home and also in this fucking lockdown and make new songs.
Yeah. Is there anything happening? I mean, Germany is almost as bad as the U.S. We're kind of locked down completely. There's no music venues open. I guess it's the same all out throughout Europe. There's actually nowhere to go play at all.
Yeah, since November, there is nothing in Germany. You cannot buy socks or something like that, You can only buy something to eat. And the whole year was shit. You cannot make concerts. You cannot make nothing, Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, what does a band do? You have 2 albums out this year that you want to promote and you want people to hear, and you could do all these interviews to get the word out there. But is there anything a band can actually do today, as a band performing in any way, shape, or form to help them promote that record? A lot of bands I see doing these live streams on Facebook and other places. Is that an option for the band, or can you not even get together to do that?
So I personally wait for the time when all shit is open again and we can play live, I don't like these live streams and of course concerts with chairs in it, I wait, and I think also our fans will wait for that point when everything is open again and heavy metal concerts are possible,
Definitely.
Because, I'm sorry, but a live stream, what is a live stream? What is a heavy metal concert without the audience? It's nothing.
I agree. The whole thing about a concert is that feeling you get of being in the room with other people with you, enjoying the music and going crazy and screaming and yelling and being a part of the show in a way. I don't get that either, but I guess bands are just looking to do something to help promote these new records. But unfortunately, a year and a half now, I mean, we're going to be here in New York. There's no shows coming until they're saying maybe September. So that's almost 2 whole years without live music.
Yeah. So we have organized a tour during Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Sweden for October, and hopefully it will be, everything will be good,
Yeah. Is there an opportunity maybe to go play in some place where there are shows, or is it just not worth it financially to maybe travel to one country, one place to play 1 or 2 little shows?
I don't understand the question.
There are some places where you can go and play live. If the band was offered a slot on a bill to play and perform live, maybe in Sweden or Switzerland, would it be worth your time to go there and do the one show?
Yes, because we don't make only this one show. We make a tour during Germany, go then to Austria, to Switzerland. So yeah, we make I think about 12 or 15 shows.
Yeah, I hope it'll happen this year. Things will get better. Everybody's getting vaccinated right now. Hopefully, we'll get back to seeing live shows again. I worry because I remember years ago when they started with the iPod and people were downloading music for the first time, and they were worried that nobody would buy records anymore. It would be illegal. I see that happening now with a lot of bands performing live on the internet. And I worry that maybe, let's say, we're not going to go out and perform live anymore in a club or in an arena or in a pub. So that worries me. I don't want to see live music completely disappear.
Yeah. No, I think that the real brothers of metal need live concerts, and also the bands will play live concerts. So this shit with Facebook and streaming and all that shit, I don't want to do that. And if we are the last band to play it live in the world, we will do that. No problem.
That's great to know. I mean, after all these albums and all these years, do you bother even reading reviews and what people say about the band or the albums? I've never heard a bad one about Wizzard, but does it even matter to you what people say about the band or the music, or do you just keep doing what you do?
A review is something, yes. One guy shows the world what he thinks about the LP, and I don't really care about that. I care about the things they come back from the fans, when they write me and when they say, wow, great album, that's fucking great, I love this album, or they say, oh, this album was not so good, this is something I need. But the reviews, I know that some people don't listen to this album and review this album.
Yeah.
I know that it is like that.
Yep.
Yeah. They say, oh, this is Wizzard shit, I don't want to hear it, so I will make a bad review, So yeah, who knows if people listen to your music or not?
True. Me personally, I've never read one review, I don't think, in my life from an album, a movie, a TV show, or anything, because it's really just one person's opinion. And like you says, if they don't like the music of the band, they're just going to write something because they want to get a free CD from the record company most of the time.
Yes, so yeah, it's shit about that.
That's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that we do get back to live music. I hope you guys can make it out on tour in the fall. And Sven, I'm not going to keep you, but I appreciate you talk with me today. You did such a great job on this new record, Metal in My Head. Another album on Massacre, label you've been with for quite some time now. I mean, great job, man. And I hope to see you guys live again one day. And I hope it happens this year.
Yeah, that would be great.
It would be fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
All right.
Totally.
Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate your time today.
Okay, Mike, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you,
hopefully we will see us in America. That would be really fantastic. Tremendos.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
I hope it happens, my friend. You take care now. Thank you.
Okay, bye, Mike. Ciao.